Welcome to Psalms from the Couch. Today we're in Psalm 5, a psalm for beginning, for returning, and for finding clarity in the presence of God. It's a morning prayer that teaches us where to place our voice and where to place our trust. Let's read Psalm 5 together. Psalm 5. To the choir master for the flutes, a psalm of David. Give ear to my words, O Lord. Consider my groaning. Give attention to the sound of my cry, my King and my God, for to you do I pray. O Lord, in the morning you hear my voice. In the morning I prepare a sacrifice for you and watch. For you are not a God who delights in wickedness. Evil may not dwell with you. The boastful shall not stand before your eyes. You hate all evildoers. You destroy those who speak lies. The Lord abhors the bloodthirsty and deceitful man. But I, through the abundance of your steadfast love, will enter your house. I will bow down toward your holy temple in the fear of you. Lead me, O Lord, in your righteousness because of my enemies. Make your way straight before me, for there is no truth in their mouth. Their inmost self is destruction. Their throat is an open grave. They flatter with their tongue. Make them bear their guilt, O God. Let them fall by their own counsels. Because of the abundance of your transgressions, cast them out, for they have rebelled against you. But let all who take refuge in you rejoice. Let them ever sing for joy and spread your protection over them, that those who love your name may exult in you. For you bless the righteous, O Lord. You cover him with favor as with a shield. Psalm 5 begins with a whispered urgency. Give ear to my words, consider my groaning. Before the day has unfolded, David bears his heart. He isn't polished, he isn't composed, he simply comes. This is what makes morning prayer so powerful. The honesty of a soul approaching God before it approaches anything else. Psalm 62 verse 8 says, Pour out your heart before him. God is a refuge for us. David continues, O Lord, in the morning you hear my voice. There's a beautiful rhythm implied here. Prayer that returns daily, not dramatically. Morning after morning, David brings his concerns and waits with expectation, not passively but attentively, trusting that the God who hears also responds. Lamentations 3 verse 23 reminds us, His mercies are new every morning. As the psalm unfolds, we hear David contrasts the character of God with the character of the wicked. This isn't self-righteousness, it's alignment. David is recognizing that the God he prays to is holy, and that holiness shapes the way he approaches him. God is not indifferent to evil. He does not ignore injustice. His love is pure, not permissive. Psalm 11 verse 7 affirms, The Lord is righteous. He loves righteous deeds. Then in verse 7, David comes back to the heart of his confidence. But I, through the abundance of your steadfast love, will enter your house. David doesn't rely on his own goodness or his own record. He enters because of God's steadfast love. His covenant mercy. This is what gives him boldness before God. Not merit, but mercy. Hebrews 4 verse 16 echoes this truth. Let us then with confidence draw near to the throne of grace. Then David asks God to lead him. Make your way straight before me. The world is crooked. Motives are unclear. paths are confusing, but David doesn't ask for control, he asks for clarity. Make your way straight. This is a prayer that transforms the day before it even begins. The next verses describe those who oppose David, their words, their deceit, their hostility. But David doesn't dwell on them. Instead, he shifts again to God. Let all who take refuge in you rejoice. This is the hinge of the psalm, the contrast between those who seek their own way and those who seek God's shelter. And then the psalm closes with one of the most beautiful lines of morning assurance. For you bless the righteous, O Lord. You cover him with favor as with a shield. God's favor is not fragile. It is not circumstantial. It rests upon his people like a shield, surrounding, guarding, covering them as they step into the day. Psalm 5 reminds us that before the world speaks, God hears, and that beginning the day with him changes how we walk through it. Psalm 5 invites us into a morning shaped not by anxiety but by attention. It teaches us to begin the day by placing our voice before the God who listens, to let his steadfast love be the ground beneath our feet, and to walk the hours ahead with quiet expectation. This is the gift of morning prayer. The world may feel wild, motives may be unclear, and paths may twist. But the God who hears is the God who guides. When we begin with him, we anchor ourselves in a peace that cannot be shaken. It's been good to sit with this psalm together on the couch today. Keep leaning into the word that steadies your steps.